Imagine you wake up one day and you find out that your anime gets an English dub, but then you come to find out that that dub is AI generated. I would like to go ahead and talk about a specific thing. While this specific thing is a couple of weeks old, I feel as though that is at least important to still bring up, raise awareness for potential any other future issues this may arise from, because you never know. This could potentially happen to another anime hosted potentially by Amazon, or you really just have no idea. Whenever it comes to mega corporations deciding to take it the easy way, not the, the usual correct way, but they take it the easy way to go ahead and say, you know what, we're just gonna go ahead. You use it for voices. So to anyone who doesn't know what I'm talking about, Amazon have introduced AI generated English and Spanish dubs to Banana Fish. And to anybody who doesn't know Banana Fish, it is an anime made by Mappa back in 2018, if I do recall. I have not personally watched Banana Fish. I do have it on my endless backlog of anime, so I will get to this at least eventually at some point in the future. I just don't know when. Anyways, that's besides the point. Just a couple weeks ago, but I think it's still rather important to share and spread awareness for the fact that this is still something that happened. But Amazon introduced AI generated English and Spanish dubs to Banana Fish. And one of the biggest things that came out of this was that Amazon's making a whole AI generated dub. Surely nobody will not like it. I don't know who decided to go ahead and approve of anything such as this, but if you did and you are the person who went ahead and approved this, shame on you, son. This is an absolute joke. I have to agree with this person here. Remember to not even hate watch this or watch it out of curiosity. The data doesn't care why you watched it, just that you did watch it. If you must, just wait for some clips to hit YouTube. If you care even a tiny bit about voice acting or art in general, this is only the beginning, and any ounce of success can lead to a very dark future for art. This whole endless debate, right, of AI taking over graphic designer positions, art positions just in general. And now all of a sudden they have to, and they as in the VAs, they have to worry about their jobs being taken because of AI as well. That is awful. Even then, right, I don't understand. We have this whole entire situation of Amazon introducing AI generated English dubs. English and Spanish dubs. Why do people eat up the AI garbage that they see on their timelines? Why do people eat up the AI slop that they see on Instagram? Yeah, like why do they see and eat it all up despite it being absolute fakeness? But why do people take this into account? And why do people think it potentially could be quote unquote funny just because it's a meme? It's not even the fact that people can, go ahead and decide to laugh at it, blah, 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 blah. Bro, it's fake. You're laughing at something that's fake. It's not funny. Like, it's not funny at all. You're just laughing at something that isn't even real, and guess what? It may lead to a very dark future where, maybe things are just not real at all. And I may sound very dramatic saying that, but for me, I personally don't want to be dramatic all the time. I can't believe people eat it up. Just in general, just anything AI video, like all those AI videos and whatnot, people eat that up. Like, what? That's nuts. And you're crazy. That's just, very, very nuts. Comment under here said, Crunchyroll are probably already considering this as we speak. They already have AI generated captions for dubs for a lot of older series on the service. Frequent spelling mistakes, especially with names to the point you sometimes get the N-word if the character's name starts with NA? Oh my God, I did not even notice that. Bruce here gives us a nice context thingy here. He says, for a few context, they have been dubbing AI in Latin America Spanish for a few months. They already dubbed in Vinland Saga, which has a dub already, by the way, High School of the Dead, and K-dramas, etc. Banana Fish has been dubbed AI in Spanish before the English one came out. Latin American Spanish Castellano fans have already spoken against it. If you watch Crunchyroll or Netflix's Vinland Saga in Latin America Spanish dubbing on Amazon, Amazon is using their voice actors. They aren't getting permission from Latin American and Spanish dub actors or paying any cent for their AI dubbing. Voice of Frieza in Latin America Spanish has spoken against it. Yeah, this is very, very alarming. Very, very alarming. To the point where only a couple days later, Amazon removes the controversial AI English dubs for Banana Fish and No Game, No Life Zero. Don't like that movie, by the way, but that's besides the point. As mentioned here, ethics aside, genuinely unbelievable that any human being thought it was acceptable to release something of that quality. There's no way anyone even checked it before putting it out. This is just a joke, man. This is an absolute joke. To the point where Damon Mills on Twitter said a lot of great things. Shame on you, Amazon and Amazon Prime Video. After years of fans hoping for an English dub of Banana Fish, you give it to us as AI-generated garbage? It's disrespectful as hell. Was a queer trauma narrative handed to a machine because paying real actors is too hard? Fix this, or I personally will not work with you as an actor ever again on any of your dubs. This is not, quote, the future. This is erasure. Shout out to Mills here, because he continued saying stuff as in, you don't want to use AI? Bet you don't want to pay me? I don't want to pay you. Then he adds on saying, pay maybe 125 to 150 an hour to English VAs, even through the union rates. Even less to dubbing production teams. Any experienced VAs move quite quickly and would finish a dubbing job in plenty of time, but apparently the cost of hiring real performers is too much for a multi-billion-dollar company. He then went on to say, anime is more popular than ever. This year alone had two of the highest grossing animated movies to date at the box office, both of which are eligible for Oscar nominations. Amazon's choice to use AI to dub Banana Fish is a massive insult to us as performers. AI continues to threaten the livelihoods of performers in every language. Yes, even Japanese performers who are also incredibly vocal on this topic. VAs deserve the same level of respect as on-camera performers. Anime already pays talent very little. Dub production costs shouldn't make a dent in these companies' pocketbooks. Using AI for a dub of a show that released nearly 8 years ago and had no rushed schedule just spits in our faces. Has infuriated the consumer and completely destroys the art. All they've done is make a shitty product and pissed off a lot of people. I don't want to obviously even let you guys listen in on this garbage. This is just the amount of like tweets that I've been seeing, at least when this was going on a couple of weeks ago. This is disgusting, dog. One of my favorite animes of all time. And after years of begging for a dub, we get this shit. So many talented voice actors and you can't even bother to hire a couple to dub a season of a show? Absolutely disrespectful. For some reason, No Game, No Life got an AI dub. Doesn't really make any sense. And yeah, I was gonna say, Sentai has an official English dub made by real people. Genuinely fucking putrid and insanely disrespectful to actual human actors who put their life and soul into both the dubs and subs of these shows. This is just nuts. All right, just continuing to get more and more. You guys absolutely understand it. Here's a screenshot of the actual like choice here. You can see English AI beta. Espanol. Billion-dollar companies want you to think generative AI is the future, but the only things AI are used for is slop made out of capitalistic laziness and scams. Here's something from the National Association of Voice Actors. Amazon has had many opportunities to create dubbing projects filled with authentic storytelling, emotional connection, and believability. Instead, they have chosen to create AI slop dubs of Banana Fish, Vinland Saga, and No Game, No Life. Many are calling these dubs insulting and disrespectful. And I think it's kind of interesting how they use the Prime smile here as the thing. Oh my goodness. This kind of just shows you, here's from Cassandra Lee Morris. These shows deserve to be treated with artistic respect in every language. AI voices ruin the hard work of countless artists, writers, directors, and producers whose blood, sweat, and tears went into this project. Shame on you, Amazon. So Amazon did an AI dub of Vinland Saga, an anime that has not one but two English dubs, one by Netflix and one by Sentai. There wasn't even a point in making an AI dub for that one. Both dubs are better. Making an AI dub for an anime that already has an English dub is insane. A couple days later, they remove it from Amazon. So what does this all teach us. Ladies, gentlemen, anybody who's watching this video, AI English dubs? Are you kidding? Seriously? These companies are stooping this low? Shame! It's a joke. It's an absolute joke. To end off this, I guess, rant really quick, I would like to go ahead and say my thoughts, because this is something that cannot happen ever again. But the issue is we're heading into a future where AI is continuing to be more and more prominent in everything that we use. I think it's very, very disheartening and discouraging to even think that using AI for an English dub of an anime can make any sort of sense. What are we doing? I'll just go ahead and echo what I said earlier. If you approved of this, if you somehow approved of this, whoever at Amazon decided to approve of this, shame on you. Seriously, shame on you. Because you're just forcing this all down our throats, and then you realize people hate AI, dude. People hate it. So yeah, this cannot happen again, but I cannot absolutely wait for when, I don't know, maybe a couple months from now, Amazon will probably use some AI generated BS on something else. Can't wait. And then I'm gonna have to come back to this video and make another rant about how, oh, you know that video I made in December? Oh, I don't know. It's like probably May or June or July, and we still haven't learned. Oh man, it's gonna get worse, but guys, it's gonna get worse, which is the unfortunate part about it. It's just disgusting, man. We just can't have this. We legit cannot have this as the future. Someone needs to do something about it. I'm hoping I do my part and, I continue to raise awareness for this, because this is 100% not going to be the last we hear of something like this. We seriously have to like stand our ground when it comes down to like AI generated English and Spanish dubs. And it doesn't even have to obviously be English and Spanish. It can be in any sort of language, any language that is AI generated. Well, I hope people continue to speak out against this BS. Yeah, that is basically my rant. So if you're watching this and you didn't know that Amazon put out AI generated and Spanish dubs to specific anime, now you know. I really hope that I don't have to come back here in a couple of months from now and have the same exact thing where I talk about the same exact issue, which is we have to stop using AI for this kind of bullshit. All right, I just think I think it's just hurting a lot of people, hurting a lot of livelihoods, hurting everything in general. The way we look at things, it really hurts whenever I see people say, is this AI? When you come to find out that it's not AI. You know how that feels for the artist? It's got to feel terrible. If you look at something and everyone's praising it, yet it's AI. It's getting really hard to distinguish, guys. So what I'll say is be vigilant out there, especially on social media. You guys gotta double check in terms of like what you guys are looking at sometimes, because it's getting really hard to distinguish it. That's really my only warning. So I hope you guys enjoyed my rant for AI. Now we have to turn the notch.